We're live there, and we're there. We're live there. Wait a minute, now I'm so short. Why am I so short?
Because your chair is going to be lower, and these are a little higher.
Okay, wait, I can't be short. Everybody hold on a second.
We got to get the other chair then. Let's get this one and then the heart.
No, don't worry, don't worry. I'm gonna go like this. Okay, come on.
Yeah. You sure?
All right, yes, we're live at the beautiful new Something Blü Bridal. It is really, you can't see everything that's going on, but Lisa from the Boho Barn has done such a beautiful job. You're like in the middle of a flower. It's like really peaceful. And this is the fabulous owner, Miriam. Now, I don't want to mess up your last name.
Nosseir.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was going to say. So I'm Christy Canny from Vented in Brooklyn. And when we do an interview like this, we're bringing you women who are out there making a difference, changing, being an inspiration for all of us dreamers. These two women, like what I really want to talk about that they don't know that I want to talk about is when you work together in an open and honest way with women, you can achieve big dreams, right? So like, so I'm going to have you both introduce yourself, and then I want to talk about that because I want to know if separately the two of you could have went for your dreams. So I'm just going to put that in your pocket. All right. So Lisa, the amazing Lisa, if you were at Check Your Cans last year, she did that fabulous. Oh my God, so fabulous display there. Pinkett stood there and. All right, so Lisa, tell everybody about you, a little bit about you and the Boho Barn.
So, my name is Lisa, Mercado-Dron. I own the Boho Barn. The Boho Barn pretty much is a collective of different things, which is different from what we said last year in our interview. We were gearing for picnics and things like that, nature, slumber parties, things like that. But then we kind of started gearing off to other things. So it's now a collective of creations, whether it be event planning, events, installations, decorative, interior designs, and
window design,
retail displays. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so many things I've been asked to do this past year. I've been working with a lot of different organizations, just kind of building, creating just an aesthetic for the space for their clients. And aside from that, also doing the parties and intimate events, which that's always near and dear to me. And other than that, the picnics are still there. I enjoy the picnics, so we want to keep that thriving. And that's pretty much it. So it's a collective at this moment.
Okay, let's say that anything that you dream of, Lisa can make it happen. Okay, so that she's like talking like small.
Creative.
No, like if you would like to take something and go like this and draw it on a piece of paper, she could bring it to fruition. So you're super, super talented. Let's not play.
I don't see it that way from the outside looking in, because to me it's just natural. It comes with, I just inherited it from my mom, her creativity, and it's just natural. So when everybody says, "Oh my God," I'm like, well, it wasn't that hard, but I have fun. A lot of it is just fun for me. It's healing therapy. It's a lot. So yeah, I mean.
Okay, so kudos to your mom.
I appreciate that.
But I have a feeling she's doing better than her mom ever did. But whatever, creatively. But I'm just saying. But and then we didn't introduce Blü.
Well,
Blü had a late night.
She had a late night party because we were here getting ready for our new location grand opening celebration today. So she was hanging out with one of her friends. Yeah, a beautiful dachshund named Nathan the weenie dog.
Nathan the weenie dog.
He's perfect. Yes, shout out to Nate. So this is Blue's second podcast. So thank you for the opportunity.
Oh yeah, of course. I think she should have her own. I think people could just like relaxed, just like looking at her cute little face, like, you're like your blood pressure lowers.
Yeah, it's just
Absolutely.
the cutest thing.
So Miriam, tell us about your journey and what you got going on.
Thank you, Chrissy. So again, my name is Miriam Nosseir. I'm the owner operator of Something Blü Bridal boutique here on Staten Island, New York. And what's interesting is that we're doing our relocation, like I was just mentioning. So I was located on Forest Avenue, and now we're still on Forest Avenue, which is a couple blocks difference. And we're really excited about our new location. It's going to open, honestly, many doors for us in terms of being able to hold different types of inventory and not have to kind of collapse and hold different things in the same space. So we're very excited for those opportunities and to welcome all the brides in.
Well, what people don't know that what you were doing and your other space is that you were a bridal store and an event space.
That's right. So event space still lives on. We do have Something Blü Creative Studio as well as Something Blü Bridal, where if you wanted to host your bridal shower, engagement party, birthday party, we still have that venue going on. So instead of using that one kind of that one building for both purposes, now bridal has its own home. So we don't have to keep collapsing and putting back together and waiting to put give someone an appointment for bridal, saying if they're calling like this week looking for an appointment over the weekend, I'm saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, like we're booked for a bridal shower this weekend.
Right.
I am not taking appointments this weekend. Now we're nonstop, always going to take appointments, so we're excited about that.
And parties too. They're
And
going to be
parties,
nonstop
too.
taking parties. Yeah, so
Yes.
it won't be that in between, flip back and forth, like
And
a
I
light
mean,
switch.
Yeah, and with the two of you, people really can get everything done by the two of you working in a team.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because you have the boudoir set up.
Oh yeah. So
so
So a lot of the events that we can help with are bridal related and pre-wedding and wedding related. So, even I personally have day of event coordination service that I offer as well, event planning and helping with vendors, things like that. So whatever it is, it kind of knocks off of each other. They come here or they come to me first and I refer them to her, or they come to her and so it's like
this is a great combination.
Mm-hmm.
So now, how long have you guys known each other?
I'm gonna say a year now, right?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit over a
A
year.
little over a year.
Yeah.
April, we met like maybe around March of last year, before I was doing my business launch at her space. I was in love with the space. I was just like, I remember driving and seeing, I'm like, oh my God, that's a bridal shop. I'm like, that is what we need on this island. I'm like, I gotta find out more. And I'm like looking at it, and then I'm like, let me find out, do my research. And then I just shot her an email one day and I said, listen, blah, blah, blah. We started shooting back and forth, and I was like, she's pretty cool. I'm like, I can't wait to meet this girl. And I think we hit it off because we're pretty much similar personalities, right? Like, fun, and it's like down to earth, very humble, very. You don't find that a lot, especially in these kind of businesses.
Yes, yeah, right, because it's very competitive when you're in bridal, or
Absolutely.
right. So do you think the growth that the two of you had is because you're open and honest and you're a woman supporting a woman?
Mm-hmm. Well, she, again, has provided me with tremendous, by herself, I think that she was going to blow up, only because from what I see, that her business is surrounded by her ethic, what she wants to do with her brides, how she wants to provide the service. So much far different than anything I've personally experienced as being a bridesmaid or a bride myself, shopping around. You always kind of feel intimidated. You always kind of feel walking into this place, and it's just like nerve-wracking. I'd be nervous before an appointment because it's big, it's beyond. But with her space, it's like you're walking in and you're with your bridal best friend. You know what I'm saying? And like, she's kind of like the chill girl, that not like the older bougie, like, what kind do you want, dear? Like she's gonna make you feel 100% comfortable. And I think that alone is gonna make her business just boom, because it not only that, but she's offering the kind of service that you want for every type of bride. There's really, anybody can walk in here at any budget and feel like they're not gonna be forced or pushed or pressured to splurge to this, to that. She just wants to help the bride. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely very zen in here, right?
Yeah,
and what you're saying about like walking into space, because I'm one of those people like, oh no, I can't go in there, I'm intimidated. Like I'm totally like that. Like hair salons and certain things, in certain places, like I'm like, nah, I can't handle that.
I have dodged so many hair salons because I'm like, I don't belong in there. They're gonna look at me and like, no.
Right.
No.
So it definitely is very, the two of you have made this space so beautiful and welcoming and not overwhelming. So let's go and talk about like, so the price point. Like, could it be like any bride, and like how are you gonna help them when they come in? What's different about you?
Well, what's different is that overall, we're not here to sell you into a gown. I think that's the kind of business model that bridal boutiques will typically go for, because let's face it, you keep your business sustainable by making sales. And for us, it's more about making sure that you're comfortable, making sure that you're actually having the experience that you think you're going to have. Because growing up, you think, oh my God, it's going to be so amazing. You're going to go bridal dress shopping. I'm going to try on wedding dresses. My family's going to come with me. It's going to be such a great experience. When in reality, you're told, okay, you have an hour or an hour and a half. You have 5 dresses that you're allowed to try on, and you're out the door. And there's no personal touch.
I went through that.
Yeah.
And I went through that experience not too long ago, because I just, I'm almost 3 years married. But I did have the 5 dress limit.
Really?
And then
I'm married for 30 years this year, so it's
I had the 5 dress limit. Yeah, right? Congratulations. We got to plan a trip to Puerto Rico.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah. So
wait, with you or with my husband?
Your husband. Saying, I'll help you. I'll guide you along. But no. So yeah, I had the 5 dress minimum. I had the style that I wanted, and then I was brought dresses that were almost like that style, and literally walked out feeling like some total brain something happened, that I did choose a dress that I thought was like my style, and then went home that night realizing it's nothing like my style. And I looked at my style and I'm crying, and I'm like, I don't want my dress. I had to call the shop the next day and say, no, I lost money too. And that was the worst part. Not even 24 hours, I did lose money. And then I went and tried on my dream dress, and that was my gown. So a lot of brides feel forced and often have dress regret, which is happened to my best friend as well. So in this kind of situation, you're not forced. And she gladly says and encourages brides to go home and think about it. She's not gonna say, well, that time that I was there at the shop and I witnessed the entire thing, I was like, she loves the dress. She's gonna come back. But Miriam was like, no. You go think about it. Go have coffee. You go think about it. We're gonna be here tomorrow. Give us a call. No pressure. The girl came back 30 minutes later. I'm getting the dress. Forget it. I'm getting the dress. So sometimes it's just that energy.
Yeah, well, I think if you have a good woman that support, like, sometimes you have that salesperson, because listen, I've been in retail since I'm 15, right?
Mm-hmm. We all had a little retail experience. That's like
like maybe commission based. And you're like, no matter what, like if that girl looks horrible in that dress,
she's selling you into it.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
We
refuse to do that here.
I have a feeling you'd be like, well, like how nicely to say that maybe a cut like this might be a little bit better. And I can totally tell that that's what you would do. So when you need that honest girlfriend's opinion, this is the place to be. That's really exciting. So what is the price range like?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. So right now, we have had gowns that have been in like the $2,500 range to about the $5,500 range. Within the next couple of weeks, with our transition, we're welcoming in the Essence Designs brand. So they carry Essence of Australia. We're going to actually pick up their Stella York line, which is a more affordable line of gowns. It's a collection that features gowns that are in the price range of about like $800 to about like maybe $1,800. And the difference with that is they also carry a lot of stock. So if you come in, which I've been noticing a lot, I love an educated bride. So I love when brides know that it takes almost like a year to like 9 months, kind of, it's like a gestation. We're having a baby here out of your wedding dress. Yeah. You can't come in 2-3 weeks before your wedding and think you're just gonna be like, oh, that's the one, I love it, and pick it off the rack and go. Unfortunately, bridal doesn't actually work like that because most of it is custom pieces for you. It is a special moment. It's a very special, beautiful piece. But we're happy to welcome Stella York by Essence Designs in because they will carry more of a in stock already selection.
That's good.
Yeah, this way I'll have some samples. You can try it on, and if you love it and you say, hey, you know what, my wedding is in September and it's June right now, I'm like, you know what, I think I'll show you all the Stellas because they have in-stock options. This way we can actually accommodate you. In terms of anyone that's looking for a lesser price point, we even have sample sale gowns. So sample sale is a really good option for you if you actually want like a high-end design, like designer gown. I have some gowns in my sample sale area that actually are supposed to retail for $6,000 or $7,000. I'm no longer carrying that line, so now they become sample sale, and you can purchase these gowns for $9.95 and under. So you have a very high haute couture gown at a very affordable price, and you can actually take it home that day. And you can still have our alteration services as well.
Okay, so you have alterations.
Oh yes, we have an in-house seamstress.
Let's talk
absolutely
more about the
incredible.
alteration services because that's a big one when you go into bridal salons.
Okay.
You go in there, you try on your dress, and then they hit you with that bill. That's alterations or a minimum. You know, like you have a $600, $700, you got to pay, and then it goes up.
Yeah.
So, like as far as your alterations go.
So in terms of bridal alterations, you'll see a lot of times that people will pay almost as much for the alterations as the gown.
Yep.
I avoid that at all possibilities. I really try to avoid that because let's face it, everyone these days is on a budget, regardless of what your income is looking like. You have to stick to a certain budget because weddings get super, super expensive and your entire look can go into the thousands, right? So for wedding dresses, we do say that they start at a minimum of $400 rather than $500 or $600 or $700, and then go up when they're based on complexity of the gown and what you're looking for. This way, at least we're setting the expectation so you know what you're walking into instead of coming in and then coming to your first appointment and going, oh my God, I have to pay you how many hundred to fix my dress?
You fall in love with the dress and then
but it's really important to know, to just know the how important alterations truly are. It fits your gown to your body. These dresses are made for everyone, and then you have to tailor them to you so that you feel you're most comfortable, confident on your wedding day, look your best.
Right, so some of us got a little more junk in the trunk than others, you know.
Certainly, and maybe you want to show it off, so we've got to take a little snip here, a little snip there, just to make sure you're looking good.
Yeah. So not only do you have bridal, you also have bridesmaids dresses.
We do. We carry the bridesmaids dresses from Barry J, which is a super popular collection. And we also are about to have the Maury Lee collection of bridesmaid dresses as well. So Maury Lee Bridal, Maury Lee Bridal is a big name too. So we're gonna get their wedding dresses in as well as their bridesmaid line. So we're super excited about that too.
All right. So how much is like a bridal, like a, you know what I'm trying to say?
Average bridesmaid's
Yeah,
dress.
thank you.
Yeah, I know. Average bridesmaid's dresses run from about like, I'd say $150 to like $350, depending on the style and fabric.
That's still like the same kind of like that was always like something like
in that range. Yeah, I don't think those have fluctuated much. And then of course we do the alteration services for the bridesmaids as well, and those don't cost nearly as much as the wedding dress, of course, because there's not as many layers, not as much lace, and not as much different details that we have to be careful.
Yeah, and you even have veils. I mean, so you
veils,
have like
accessories,
because like when I got married 30 years ago, not only was it like let's get married, we're getting married in a month.
Yeah.
There was like Sposabella. There was like, we went and got got the veil in one place and the dress another place, and a bridesmaid dress at another place. So it's nice that you have everything under one roof and all the services.
I'm trying to be that one-stop shop, man, and including Lisa into it is going to be really helpful for those like brides that are just looking for some assistance in terms of the planning or day of, or oh my gosh, I just can't figure out all my colors. What colors should my bridesmaids wear? So just be.
And then she needs hands in the shop whenever she does. I jump right in, and not to mention we're also going to start doing like petite weddings and intimate weddings because we're trying to get people to shy away from courthouse, do a little something, because some people want to go to court and they'll just say, let's go to court. And it's like,
right.
I think small weddings are beautiful too. And we can always host one and also get your bridal attire and stuff here for below whatever it is that you can find it elsewhere.
You can even have sexy lingerie too for your wedding night.
Gorgeous pieces are made. They're made in Belarus, and they're just exquisite quality. It's not like a Victoria's Secret looking type of thing. It's like a really, really nice, lacy, beaded, beautiful look. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
It's like
yeah,
a vintagey look. It's
It-
like
it
that
is.
old fashioned boudoir look.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the setup. So if we can move everything to the back to the Lisa setup, I mean we would, but we're not going to. So either of you, do you have anything to say to that woman out there who wants to start a business?
Girl, just do it. Girl, just do it. Please do it. No one's going to do it for you. You are given that vision, the same God, spiritual power, whatever entity you believe in that gave you that vision is also going to bring you the clients to see it through. You don't have that vision for no reason. There's people in the world that need exactly what you're doing. Which I can't believe you've only been doing it for a year. It's obvious it's a natural talent of hers. If she
I
hadn't,
kept putting it off, you
Yeah.
know, and she already knows. She already knows.
if she
Some of
hadn't
us had to
already
throw
done
you
it.
off a chair, but
Yeah, and I'll do it again too.
And she
I'll
joined.
do it again.
Let me tell you, she joined the whole movement of people throwing me off the chairs because it was her. It was a friend of mine, a personal friend of mine, and then we meet, and then I start telling her, yeah, I'm not sure, and my self-doubt and all this. She's like, what? And I'm the first person she calls when she needs something, which is like, and I think highly of her. So it's like, oh my God, if she's looking for me, then I must be doing something right, you know, like, and that everybody has that self-doubt. So I think that you feel it inside, but people outside see more than what you feel inside. So sometimes you need to just listen to when people are kind of pushing you along, because there's things that you're doubting about yourself that they don't doubt about you, you know, and luckily I have so many people believing in me. It's so great. It's such a beautiful thing, you know?
yeah, well, there's also the haters, right? Where we have the lovers and the haters.
Everybody has their place in the world, and everyone is necessary. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta take it. We gotta take the good with the bad and the mixture of things.
Yeah. So, but so somebody's looking and saying like, you have all your shit together, right?
Nobody
What-
really ever does.
Right, thank
Nobody
you.
Really
No.
ever does. Nobody.
We come in here disheveled. Things are not perfect all the time, you know, like not everything is perfect, but we strive, and you know what? We also share a lot of the fun or the beauty and the imperfections as well. Like I want to share more in my own social media and my own outlets. Not the perfect, the not so perfect either. You know, like I talk about a lot about my own struggles and my own like. This setup that I did was during a time that I was dealing with some heavy things, and it's like you're not just this bubbly person all the time, just creating and showing up in social media, and everything is just so perfect. And then what happens is other people are looking from other areas where they feel they're not good enough, and they're looking at your stuff and they're like, she's perfect.
Yeah.
She's perfect. I'm not good enough. So why not us share the imperfections that come along the way, you know? And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because I think that's what gets other people to say, you know what? I see that it's not all rainbows and everything all the time. I'll be able to jump in and probably make a few mistakes myself, but still be able to open my own business or do what I want to do what I dream of doing. So.
All right. Any tips like for like to get like, should you save up? Should you just go for it? Should you have a job and do your side hustle? Should you do like, I feel like sometimes everybody's like, oh, just jump. Like I can't tell you how many businesses I've started without financial backing.
I think we all did. We just woke up and said, I'm starting a business. I'm I'm getting everything. Yeah, but I've been taking a class with SIBLC to help me get my mind. I'm like a year behind of it, but it's going to help me kind of gear myself to making sure I have all that stuff in order.
I don't have all that stuff in order, but okay. But I think the one important thing that does is, what's your goal for the next year? Give us one dream.
One dream. I think I would love to get more into the interior design and retail spaces and gathering spaces. Not just retail, because we started with the Badass Boot Camp in Empire Outlets, where I just started doing little installations here and there and just kind of sprucing the place up. And there are a lot of local community organizations too that have approached me that are like little sad areas, like ACS space, like where they have, people come in waiting areas, and it's not, you're not really happy, you're dealing with a lot, and, they want something to help bring some happiness into a space that people come in stressed out or feeling bad or going through stuff. So that would be my dream, to kind of come in and just bring some life and something into those spaces, but also work for retailers and restaurants in Staten Island, especially because I think it brings more people out to enjoy things, that you can go to the city, but you're right here already. So
you want to beautify it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. All right.
A big goal for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, overall, I did start Something Blü Bridal because I wanted to design wedding dresses. And for some reason, it's just like I always put that so far down the line. I'm like, yeah, in 10 years or so, let me run the shop for like 10 years. And the reason that I opened the shop first is because the bridal industry is so ruthless that if I just were to be like, I'm a designer, no one's going to be into me. You know what I'm saying? So I have to come with the backing of like, yeah, I've had a shop for X amount of time and I've outfitted this many brides and they all looked amazing and I know exactly what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Just to kind of prove that, so I will always say that that's going to be the next big goal for me instead of pushing it so far ahead in the future, because I feel as if even what you've seen in the last year for yourself, like I've done and accomplished so many more things than I thought that I would have in each of my 3 years in business, that it's like, okay, well, why do I have to keep pushing that off? I don't have to. I don't know. That's my kind of imposter syndrome speaking. Like, no, I can't do that yet. No, you can. You really can. So I'll put that out there. Good manifestation vibes. That'll be my, big next thing that I do within the next year.
Yeah, I think if once we all decide what, I think that's what I've struggled with at 52 years old. I still don't know what I want to be when I'm a grown up. But when you can say, this is what I want, and anytime I've ever said, this is what I want in my life,
you get it.
I get it.
You get it. That's
right? Even if it's for somebody else, like, oh no, I'm landing, like I'm working on like a battle of the bartenders in Bay Ridge. And I'm like, oh, I'm landing to that vodka sponsorship, and just picked up the phone. I'm like, yeah, gave them this whole, they're like, oh, I love this idea. I'm like, I need to do this for myself. Like, even not my fundraising efforts, but yeah, it's so great talking to you both. Everybody, you have to come out and come celebrate the whole day. You're going to be open
here all day long.
So what's going on?
So Lisa put together a beautiful program for us where it's true. And also just, we have to mention the window before we go any further. The window that I have here at the new location, Something Blü Bridal, is right on the corner of a very busy intersection, right on Forest Avenue in Staten Island, very popular avenue, traversed by many. This is like, I felt like a big responsibility in terms of having to design this window. Therefore, I knew I had to call Lisa and entrust her with it, because I knew there's no one else in the world that I would have known that I would have trusted to do this, because so many people are looking at it, like so many eyes have been on this, so many compliments have already been coming through for her. And if anyone knows of any like design awards, please, because people have mentioned
awards.
Yeah, like who has done this, because they need an award for this. I'm like, I agree. So let's find that, people. Let's come together as a collective and find some sort of way to get Lisa awarded for this gorgeousness that she has. But yeah, I would not have entrusted anyone else with this. So alongside the window, come check out the window. We have a gelato cart coming from 1:30 to 3:30. So just come by and have a little bit of a sweet treat with us. We have a bloom bar later on in the day where you can pick 5 or 6 different stems and create your own little bouquet. We'll have a champagne and photo op opportunity with a nice little flower wall. Come shop. We have actually a discount on all bridal accessories all day long: veils, headpieces, the peignoir and robe sets. Leg garters.
Big announcement.
We do have a huge announcement, actually. A very
I don't even know what this
big
is.
Sweepstakes announcement. We're doing a really large giveaway. We're going to announce that on our Instagram live at 4:00. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you know any fiancés that are out there, any newly engaged brides to be, please definitely have them join that live. It's going to be a very big announcement that we're very excited to do for the community. So yeah, we've got a lot going on today. So please come and enjoy. We'll be feeding people later on in the day too. So come,
Yeah.
Okay.
come down.
All right. So we're on Forest Avenue, and what's the cross street?
And this is Greenleaf. The more popular intersection is the one right over, which is Manor and Forest. And if you just come one block down, we're right across the Blessed Sacrament Church and Catholic School. So right on the corner of Forest Avenue and Greenleaf.
Okay. And where can they find you on social media?
Oh my gosh, we are Something Blü BLU.Bridal on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook with the same name as well.
Lisa.
www.thebohobarn.com and Instagram the.boho.barn. So you'll see us tagged back and forth.
Yes, and we'll share
Find me.
We'll share some pictures of the space inside and the window
Oh,
and
yeah,
onto the
absolutely.
thing. So here's a gift for you, both of you.
Oh, that's so sweet, Christy.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness!
And I think,
I love her.
You know, I
so.
think it was going to go this way.
But
Now I'm going this way.
Go with it. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Either way,
So,
it's
Thank you
beautiful.
so much. Oh, that's beautiful.
I will ensure.
And
I
love
think you need
Thank
that right
you.
now.
Thank you.
And I think
yes.
you need that little Puerto Rican attitude coming out. That, yes, I will.
I love this. Thank you.
All
so
right.
much, Christy.
So everybody, make sure you follow both Lisa and Miriam, and
Love it.
and Vented in Brooklyn too. And we have some amazing things going on. And then Lisa and I will be having check your cans on 1025.
Oh, I already smell it. It's my favorite.
Oh, I love lavender. What do you got?
Yeah, I give you both lavender.
Lavender.
So have a great day, everybody. Have a beautiful weekend, and make sure you stop by Something Blü Bridal.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, everybody's gonna have to see me bend over. Sorry, everybody.